One of the advantages of living in the countryside, well, obviously there's many advantages and many disadvantages of living in the country, living in a one-off house. But one of the big disadvantages is you must provide your own services. And when I say your own services, I mean water and sewerage. And recently there, if you just have a look over here, behind me, you'll see a little pump house there. See the little pump house? I don't want to go over there and get my feet all wet. But recently, that pump came to the end of its natural life. We obviously have our own well. We must have our own well because we have no services from the local authority. So the pump came to the end of its natural life. Now today is the end of November, nearly the beginning of December, and not having water, running water in your house is a serious disadvantage, especially on a cold November morning. But not only had we to spend a few bob and get the pump sorted out because it had come to the end of its natural life, we then discovered that the water softener, and that's the blue thing there, the water softener system had gone on the fritz then as well. The difficulty with living here in Kildare or Meath, across the Midlands, there's a limestone plateau which covers the Midlands of Ireland, which is very, very good for the bone structure of racehorses. It's a limestone plateau, and it means that there's a lot of lime in the water. Great for racehorses, great for breeding, great for the bloodstock industry, great for strong bones. Not so great though for human consumption, and not great for bathing. So living in the country, you need to provide your own services. One is water, which will involve a water pump to pump your own well, and a water softener system. And two, you're going to need a sewerage system. But obviously it's a pain in the butt, quite frankly, when your water goes in November and you have nothing to boil for the kettle and you have no bathing water and so on. So it's just one of the things you will need to consider if you're buying a house in the country outside a village or a town or an estate, because obviously in those places the local authority is responsible for providing the services like water and sewerage. Anyway, I hope you find this video useful. If you do, would appreciate if you give it the thumbs up down below. And it is just one consideration you need to take. Obviously it's November now, nearly December, and things are looking dank and dull and dark, and there's leaves on the ground and so on, as you can see there. But you know, there is great advantages to living in the country, great advantages to living in one-off houses, but there is from time to time disadvantages, and you are a pioneer to a certain extent insofar as you do provide your own services, water and sewerage, and that's key. Anyway, I hope you find the video useful. If you do, give it a thumbs up down below, and you may be interested in subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot.